because the strength of these South Canterbury forwards, they're turning the ball over. You know, they've got a lot of upper strength, and they're ripping the ball away from North Otago. So they've got to get on the ground, Terry, when they're driving forward, because number 8 and Bryce, and they're doing a good job there.
By North Otago to throw. Kelly to throw for North Otago into this line out on the 10-metre line. Taken back to Keki. Throws it out there to middle and good pass. Oh, Paul, not a bit of indecision really, but the ball is knocked forward by the blindside winger coming in, Paddy, with the on the right. Cavatoni wasn't quite expecting the ball, but right in centre field, 15 metres out from the North Otago 22, and it's going to be South Canterbury. Ideal position, Paddy.
Yeah, number 8, I think he'll go to the blind. He's a big, strong joke. If they have a good scrum, the South Canterbury number 8, he looks to be a good ball carrier.
Kakala. Yeah. So Davis to feed this scrum. The back line split on both sides. 15 metres out from the North Otago 22. South Canterbury in front, 7 points to 0. In it goes. South Canterbury have won it. Luckily, I think, for North Otago. The front rows went down, and the referee, Craig King, and the side will have another scrum. So Davidson, we've got lining out to the left. We've got Jack Sanders, who came into the side late this morning. And the fullback up there as well, Lily Samoto. So Davis to feed the scrum. In it goes. It's come back to South Canterbury. Number 8 feeds Davidson away to the right. They pick it up again, and straight through goes their centre. Taken down just a bit till finally dragged down about 15 metres out from the North Otago goal line. They come to the left again. They duck and dive inside. North Otago defence holding on right under their goal post now. South Canterbury. They go away to the right again. And it's held up, dumped to the ground. Good defence, North Otago, as they try to get this ball back. But it's coming to South Canterbury. They'll come to the left. Out it goes to one of the props. They move it wide. They've got plenty of planning, and 15. The fullback going through, and the fullback's going to jaunt over. The fullback there for the Lanelli Samut, and he's touched down under the par for North Otago.
Yeah, that was an excellent try by South Canterbury. The number 8 started off. They went down the short side. They went into the ruck. They turned it over. They came left. They set another ruck up, and the wee first 5'8" held up that ball just that fraction, and the centre ran onto it. And although Missalloy missed him, but it was the strength of him, and a good try right underneath the bar. So this will put North Otago out to 14-0 with the reliable kicker they got, South Canterbury, right in front. But there isn't much in the scrums either way, but South Canterbury are using the ball better. They're using the ball wide, and they're going to the rucks, and they're putting it through their hands, and they look quite dangerous in the back. So.
Well, they're getting plenty of opposition, aren't they?
Yes. So he converted it, so that's 14-0.
Saw the conversion, and all of a sudden it's 14-0 to South Canterbury, and it's just a little over 11 minutes played in the first half.
A missed tackle too. Missalloy missed him. He's got to make those tackles, and players look better when they're running and you miss tackles. So, but that was a very good try, well executed by South Canterbury.
There's the drop out towards terrace touch. No one seemed to want it. Vicky picked it up, went through, held up by South Canterbury. North Otago pick and go, but the referee penalty against North Otago in that. Well, it was hardly a maul, it was just a mess, wasn't it? And North Otago and Canterbury will put it down the grandstand touch, the terrace touch once again. 13 minutes gone in the first half. South Canterbury 14, North Otago 0. And it's a pretty good kick. Kept in field, but it's only 15 out from the North Otago goal line. And it hasn't been, but it's bounced off the chest of the big lock forward, fortunately for North Otago, and it ball wobbled from his chest into touch, whereas...
So I think they'll have the option to line out of the scrum, and it looks like they're going for the line. No, he's going for the scrum, Terry.
So they move back inside South Canterbury territory by about 5 metres, and North Otago will feed the scrum. So far, coming up towards the end of the first of the 15 minutes, Paddy, the physical contest probably favours South Canterbury at the moment.
Yeah, it's just the style of play they're playing. They're ripping the ball away from North Otago. I think they're going to use the ball in hand in the backs and take them on, Terry. I mean, South Canterbury very quick. The ground they're making is a clever kick by Davison, halfback. He's using the corners and he's getting down into attacking position, and that's good play.
All right, today's commentary brought to us by Earthworks Mechanical. And actually, Davidson reminds me of a young fellow called Matthews who used to play for South Canterbury, isn't it?
Yes, well, he's the border boy today.
Is that promotion? So the scrummer goes down. Becky puts it in. North Otago have it. Pop back to him. Round the trail, and then coming straight in there for North Otago was Rosia. North Otago picked it up again, up towards the 10-metre line. They turn back. They roll it. Picked up by North Otago. They entered by 15 metres in South Canterbury territory. Bolshin tries to go around the open side. North Otago picking him, rolling back again, but knocked forward by North Otago. And all of that hard work came to naught, and it'll be a scrum. South Canterbury will feed this scrum. It'll be about 15 metres out from their 22, right in centre field, and no doubt they'll split their back line, Paddy.
Yeah.
15 going back. He came dangerous. Louis Ali Samodi.
Yeah, he looks good. The fullback looks, and he's got a bit of pace too, Terry, and makes a difference. You know, the wee 5'8", halfback first 5 South Canterbury look very competent players. You know.
So it'll be Davidson will feed the scrum. Iosua standing out here on the left, first 5'8", South Canterbury, and it goes. But the number 8 goes to the right. Davidson picks it up. They let him run. They threw it. It's a forward pass by the look of it, but they're just still going.
Yeah, and forward pass too. Yeah. Mile forward. Touch Judge picked it up that time, but they look quite strong going down that right flank, South Canterbury again.
They're giving you a bit of space though, aren't they?
Yes. Yeah.
The defence is not getting across there. They're taking it very flat and instantly into North Otago territory.
The difference in this game, North Otago trying to pick and go, and South Canterbury pulling the ball off them, and you know, and they're getting the turnovers, and they get the vantage and get the scrum, and Davison gets them down the other end. You know, it's bread and butter stuff, Terry.
So the scrum to go down, about 8 metres inside South Canterbury territory. South Canterbury leading North Otago, 2 converted tries, 14-0, as we come to the 15-minute process in the first half. Fecky, the North Otago half, puts it in, held in the back, feed it to Fecky, comes along there to Middleton goes straight through, sold a couple of dummies, and they bought them, both of them. And once again, Fecky gets the outside side to number 8. He's dumped to the ground by the defence of South Canterbury. Fecky against again, and taken up there by North Otago, which was Robbie Richardson, but South Canterbury snaffled the ball, and they've got them over. Davidson throws it out flat to one of his forwards on the 10-metre line, but they picked it up again, picked up by North Otago. Who wants it now? Becky said, I'll have it. He comes down the short side, sells one dummy, feeds it up in there to 14, which was 14 Cavatoe. And referee says a very sharp call on the whistle.
Yeah, I think it's a wee bit head high, that one, Terry.
So it's going to be a penalty to South Canterbury, 12 metres out from their 22 on the grandstand side. Looks like one of the South Canterbury players, and Cameron Rowland called up, and the referee, Craig Kingan, will have a little bit of words of advice to the 2 captains. And they both go back and, what do they say? They say, yes, sir.
Yeah. It looks like one guy on the ground there, though, Terry.
Just waiting for one of the South Canterbury boys is down.
That pick and go, as I say, again, it happened twice at that movement, and South Canterbury got advantage. They hit big hard, they're putting good tackles on them, and they're spilling the ball. The tight head prop from North Otago was knocked over for Niki, and the ball went loose. And the strength of South Canterbury forwards, they're not big and not big in height, but the width of them, there's a lot of strength there, Terry.
And North Otago, they're winning adequate ball, I feel.
Yes.
But they're going on the short side. They're trying to burst the defence, whereas against Otago country a week ago, they moved the ball around and things happen. And there's 10, Isulu putting it back into North Otago territory, 10-metre line. The line out will take place, and it's going to be the hooker for South Canterbury, Junior Whawai. The throw into this, South Canterbury up by 14-0. Take their time getting to the line out. In it goes. Really picked up there by Davidson. Moving wide again. Picked up but going through. Ball was knocked forward. They're probably playing advantage as South Canterbury come away with the ball, but eventually we go back for the knock on.
Yeah, well, there was a chance begging there. If he held on the ball, he was home for all money. But the number 8 for North Otago, Whakata Vita, but they lost the ball, and chance gone missing. Back to South Canterbury again.
Yep, back it goes. A couple of metres inside South Canterbury's 20 half, and scrum will go down. North Otago just looks like they're trying to hurry things up a little bit, Paddy.
Yeah, and they're making a lot of mistakes. South Canterbury are putting the ball in a lot, Terry. I mean, Davison's put the ball in quite a bit in this match through mistakes from North Otago. But South Canterbury pack have put pressure on North Otago. It's made a big difference.
All right, and today's commentary brought to us by Earthworks Mechanical. Coming back to Davidson. There we go, Iusu again. They move along the back line and straight past Topu, and held up there again. The centre three-quarter was there, but trying to North Otago get across to the 10-metre line, and there's the big number 8 from South Canterbury, Surikalala, held. Referee playing advantage to them, to South Canterbury. The big lock there, 4 going through Anthony Amatu, knocked 1 or 2 North Otago ones out. They throw it back infield, still going South Canterbury, 15 out from the 22 of North Otago, and they're going to go back for a penalty. Well, North Otago under pressure, real pressure at the moment.
Yeah, from that, but they're offside and they never cleared the breakdown, didn't give the South Canterbury player the opportunity to place the ball, so looks like they're going to kick for the corner, Terry. They're going for points.
It'll be number 10, Falali Osua, who's put it into touch. 12 metres out from the North Otago goal line. Southeast corner. It'll be Whawai to throw in for South Canterbury. South Canterbury forwards being told by Craig Keane, come on, get into line. Taking their time to move up into position at the line out. But Whawai to throw into this line out. About 8 metres out from the North Otago goal line. Picked up there by Bolshan. Good for North Otago. Up over the 22 of North Otago. Lays it back beautifully. Throws it to Middleton. Out we go there to Tapu. The Tapu still going feeding, but reached 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Up to the 10-metre line goes to Tapu. Second 5-8 for North Otago. On the burst again. Taken up and the quick panel from North Otago. Referee looking around. So some of the North Otago forwards. They go on the short side. And referee's waiting there and awards a penalty to North Otago just on the 10-metre line over on the western side of the ground. Just being the North Otago just can't get any rhythm into the game when they got possession, Paddy.
No, that's a good touch finder too by Phipps. This is the first time they've been up in South Canterbury's territory near the 22, Terry, so it's a good opportunity from now to get a line out and see what they've got to do. But the South Canterbury defence is good, there's no question about that, and we're inclined to do the pick and go too much. I think we've got to try our backs a wee bit, Terry.
Yep, they threw it, so time, back it comes. Feki on the move again. Coming through there is Balchin, but he's over the 22. But they've held him up again, South Canterbury. And the ball's going to go held up as they try to wrench that ball free. And Craig King finally go to ground. And all of that came to what was going to go happen initially. It's going to be ball put into the scrum by South Canterbury. They immediately did wrap up the ball carrier and no release. Over.
That was good play again by the South Canterbury number 8. He's a big man and strong, and Belsham was very, very light. He held him as soon as he caught him. It was he never got on the ground, and South Canterbury just picked him off easily, and they get the turnover again. This is what's happening, Terry.
Right in centre field, 5 metres inside the South Canterbury 22. Davidson to feed the scrum for South Canterbury, right in front of their posts. And it goes. Big number 8, they're edging it up, picks it, feeds out to Davidson. There's the boot again. Beautiful kick there by Davidson, and puts South Canterbury from around about 13 metres from their goal line. They're going to restart as the line out on the 10-metre line, North Otago. Davidson, he's the master, isn't he?
Yeah, beautiful kicker, and it all started from a good scrum from South Canterbury, and they are on the front foot, and he drove him about 50 metres. Good kick by Davidson.
So North Otago to feed this line out on their 10-metre line. And it goes straight down. South Canterbury took it away, and they drive with the ball. Back against Davidson again. Up goes one of the big forwards, and he's held up. He rushes off 2 North Otago tacklers as they get in over the top. Davidson comes to the left. First way in, second in, here's the fullback in there, and held up, almost, got away, well, he finally went down on the 10-metre line, North Otago, as Davidson again guiding the ball, picked up there by the hooker of South Canterbury, number 2, which is Junior Farvai, as they roar into that defence in North Otago, but it's come back to Davidson, going to go out to his right again, first 8, throws the ball, luckily for North Otago, and there's a kick back downfield inside the 22, going back for it this time, and taking his time, almost. That was a late charge too, I think, and a little bit lucky, I think, on that occasion, the North Otago player, Craig King, is still having a look over his shoulder at line that'll take place. 8 metres inside North Otago's territory grandstand side. And it's going to be Jack Kelly to feed this North Otago line out. And it goes towards the back, taken down by South Canterbury, towards the back. They go to ground. Davidson organising his men, and then throws it straight out to the first career. He's taken down, but they set it up once again. The ball's back. And once again, they're testing the inside defence of North Otago. Davidson, the ball away again. And there's the kick, high and long. It's going to be inside the 22. Going up, taken by Phipps. Beautifully taken by Phipps. And he's decided, I'm going to have a run. But the ball goes away. And back there is one of the props. And they finally cover it, North Otago. And they're under a bit of pressure here. They're back. It's only about 12 out from their goal line. And firstly, the ball's thrown away. And referee goes back, and fortunately North Otago relieved with a penalty. All sorts of trouble there, Paddy.
Yes, good kick by South Canterbury. Put them on a lot of pressure.
High and long.
Good. They won that line out to get the throw too. South Canterbury was North Otago throw in, and South Canterbury snabbled the ball. And
so North Otago will move up to about 12 metres inside their own half on the grandstand side. They'll feed this line out. 25 minutes gone in the first half. South Canterbury leading 14 points to 0. Tries on the 8th and 12th minute, both converted. It goes. Far back, Vicky, good pass out there to Middleton again, to Tapu. Throwing out there to Phipps, and he's cut in half by the defence. The right winger coming in, took him in, and immediately the referee awards the knock forward. And it wasn't the only thing that got knocked forward, Paddy.
No, a big hit on him, there's no question about him. I think it could have been the fullback material, or was it the centre three-quarter? No, it could have been the centre three-quarter, I think. Yeah, it was this. Yeah, very, very strong hit on Phipps, the fullback, and...
Peter Ciali, yes.
The ball went loose and South Canterbury get the put on in, and they were sort of looking for a bit of attacking play here, South Canterbury. Now you can see the way the backs are formed out.
Yeah. Scrum to go down, 20 metres in from the far touchline. Davidson has it. Now they move quickly there, straight through the back it goes as they dump to the ground on the 22. So Canterbury opening up North Otago. Again, some good play with support on the 22. Not many North Otago players there, and they're penalised. And there's the tap again, but will come back a couple of metres out from the North Otago 22. And it'll be interesting to see whether they go for the corner or whether they go for the three, Paddy.
Yeah, I think, well, they went to the corner last time. No, I think they might take the kick this year. This time they're going to take the kick. Yeah, this fullback's impressive, Terry, when he's running in. He's creating all problems for North Otago because he seems to make ground, and if he can get a bit more support with him for South Canterbury, they're going to be quite dangerous because their backs are looking quite good.
He runs at good angles, doesn't he?
Yeah, the forwards are pretty even. There's not much in the forwards. It's pretty even. South Canterbury's won a game against the throw of North Otago, and the scrums are even. But just the backs. North Otago, when they put the kick through there, they had very few chases, Terry. And nobody chased the ball. And the South Canterbury, if they put it through, they're very quick to follow up.
Follow Lele Osua from 5 metres out from his 22. In front of the North Otago posts.
Yes, I think he's nailed it.
And I see it. Another three. South Canterbury 17, North Otago 0. And we've got around about 13 minutes remaining in the first half. And today's commentary brought to us by Earthworks Mechanical. So Josh Phipps once again restarting, getting out towards the corner, the northeast corner. Is it going to go 10? Cuts there, knocked forward by South Canterbury, fortunately for North Otago, and picked up by Phipps, and he throws it straight back. North Otago will feed the scrum on the 10 metre line, right in centre field. Yes, I think it's time to put away the pick and go, Paddy.
Yeah, and hang on to the ball and force South Canterbury to tackle. And at the moment, they're not. The forwards are trying to pick again. I keep, it's turnover after turnover, and South Canterbury get the turnover. They can turn it into something, Terry. They're using their heads, especially Davidson at half back in their first 5-8. They're using their heads a lot. Good play.
Okay, Becky. Puts it in. Number 8 runs again. Picks it on. Fecky picked up there in his steps, and he can't control the ball. It got it in both hands and bobbled out.
Well, that's their first chance they've had all day, Terry, and they held on to the ball. But the second last pass with the man outside him, he lost the ball. But they're in the gap, and but that happens. Pressure, Yep. He had to come from a bit of a long way back, but, there was no excuse then.
So South Canterbury feed about 5 metres out from the north-east South Canterbury 22. Around about 6 minutes to go before half-time. South Canterbury's in front, 17 points to 0. Theo Davidson puts it in. Davidson throws out to foul, and there it is again, those long raking kicks. Getting underneath it, however, is Phipps. What's he going to do? He's going to go up to the 10 metre line, and then he angles back downfield. But taken back there was Davidson, was it not? And he puts the right boot to it, way back downfield. Tatupu lets it go over his head, but into touch it was about 4 metres inside South Canterbury's territory on the far side of the field. 17 points to 0. South Canterbury. 3 tries and a penalty so far. And both tries converted. In it goes. The ball bobbling around, finally comes to South Canterbury here. And the referee was knocked forward by North Otago. Bit untidy there, Petty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's sort of scrambling around there a bit, and
no one knew who was going to do what. So Davidson, 5 metres inside his half.
Seems to be South Canterbury tactics. They're kicking to the corners, getting down on attack. They're using a good play, and be interested to see if they run the ball this time. I'm not sure whether they will or not. He's going over to have a yarn to the touch, Judge. I don't know what's going on there, Terry. Whether he wants him to have a look at the joker in the front row, what's going on, I don't know. Craig Kingham's not happy with something, and
makes a mark on the ground. That's all we know, isn't it?
It's North Otago put in by the look.
Tricky to feed the North Otago scrum. 5 inside South Canterbury territory. About 20 metres in from the western side. From North Otago, feed it back to Fecky. One goes to Middleton, and coming through it was North Otago, and straight in North Otago. They take it up towards the 10 metre line, South Canterbury. Come back to North Otago, jumps to the right, and there's the big prop, but he's lost control. Turned over to South Canterbury. They've rolled it forward as well. They're still going. Referee playing advantage to North Otago, and finally it's all going to become pretty messy, really. On the 10 metre line, Mid-Canterbury will go down for the scrum.
Yeah, lost the ball again. A good play again, we've got to say, by South Canterbury. Took the ball off him again. This pick and go, that was number 3, Fanaki. He's lost the ball about 4 times in the first half carrying the ball today.
It's a matter of protecting the ball, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. And it's spilling out, and if it's not played on by South Canterbury, you get the advantage by a scrum, you know.
Yes.
But it's very hard for North Otago to break the line, Terry. The good defence from South Canterbury in the backs, when they do run it, they're finding it very difficult to break the line.
Well, they're very fast up on defence too as well.
Yes,
That's immediate pressure, isn't it?
Both packs are quite even, you know, and scrums and lineouts are both quite even, and that's Amata was down, I think, at that time, the second time he's been down today, the tender to him, and Saunders, I think, might have a wee hand injuries there, Terry, a wrist or finger, he's doing.
Zach Sanders came in late into the South Canterbury team. Was it 12? I think it was.
Yeah. This
morning. Miles Medleycott suffering from an injury overnight. Well, I presume it was overnight, but it was a neck injury. So the scrum will go down. 10 metre line, South Canterbury. And about 20 metres in from the grandstand touch. South Canterbury in front, 17-0 into the last 5 minutes of the first half. Fecky puts it in. North Otago holds. Fecky this time. The other goes to Middleton. Goes a long pass out there. They go out to the left and go straight up there. That was the left hand of North Otago. Till the ball's got away, but South Canterbury have picked it up again, up to their 10 metre line. Pick and go again, brushing off North Otago defenders. But it's on the 10 metre line. Reaching in their middle, Davidson picks it up and back into the North Otago defence, and they go to the left again, and one of the props picked up, but he got it all away. It's kicked away, it's knocked forward. I think we'll have something, just tidy it up, Paddy.
Yeah, it's become very scrappy, Terry. A lot of knock-ons and scrums, and a lot of mealies, and nobody's really achieving a great deal at the moment.
Lack of concentration, isn't it? They sort of loosened everything up. So the scrum will go down midway between the South Canterbury 22 and halfway, centre field. About 4 minutes of play remaining in the first half. And we've got 19 warming up down here for North Otago. Who's that, Paddy? One of the...
It'll be, might be the Athy man, is it? Whitburn?
Whitburn. 19, is it? Yeah. So Davidson to feed the scrum. 20 out from the North Otago, the South Canterbury trap at the goal in it. Davidson reaches it in, goes it wide, and there it is, the long raking boot back downfield.
Out on the
full. Well, they're only human, Paddy.
Yes, yeah, but they got the right idea, because that wee breeze runs in, and the ground runs into the corners, and it's good play. They're playing it very well, South Canterbury, and the danger man of South Canterbury now is that fullback, because when he comes into the line, he creates space, you know. He's not getting too many opportunities, but when he does get it, he's looking good, Terry.
Space and isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
Space and pace. Yep. In it goes. North Otago pick that line out. They begin to drive up towards the 22 of Mid Canterbury. They go to ground. No impetus. And they pick one of the forwards, picks up. Might have been the hooker, Kelly. They're on the 22 of South Canterbury and North Otago. Where are they going to go? Ficky has a wee run. Middleton's wrapped up by the fast-moving defence of South Canterbury. This time they're going to go down the left-hand side. A strong defence from South Canterbury, covering it up. North Otago getting possession, but not getting the metres. As they go back and back to the initial spot, and Kelly's there. He's swarmed on by the green defence. 5 out from the 22 of North Otago. The referee has knocked forward.
Yeah, lost by Clark in that ruck.
And so a defensive one, and we'll know before it happens, Freddie, won't be that, because this Davidson probably will go on the short side and break it down the touch line. $17-0 with that penalty. And that was after 29 minutes.
There's only a couple of minutes to go to half-time, Terry.
Davidson puts it in. Number 8 comes away again and straightens up, pushes off one, goes to ground eventually, midway between 22 and halfway, and there it is. There's the long raking kick, but again it's overdone a little bit by Davidson. And for North Otago, they can trot back to around about roughly midway between 22 and halfway in South Canterbury territory.
Well, that's the first mistake Davison's made in the first 38 minutes, so that's not too bad for a halfback, Terry.
He's only human, isn't it? As they back to North Otago, Rollins takes it up, 10 out from the 22. Fecky says, can't get the ball, referee playing advantage, and they charge up there to for North Otago. Robbie Richardson it was. They're going to get into this now, up towards the 22 of South Canterbury, and Fecky, referee playing advantage, and he's going to go back just outside, probably about 6 metres out from the 22 of Mid Canterbury, and about probably 12 metres to the left of the posts. And what will they do?
Well, it looks like they kick it to the corner, but I'd have gone for the 3 points, Terry, because it's only a minute to go to half-time. Just to get a few points on the board. I mean...
Well, they've got an opportunity because they've got to throw into the line out. It's around about...
Well, it's only
12 metres out.
It's only the second time in the first half that they've been in South Canterbury's territory, Terry, so... and they've had to get a penalty to get there.
So it'll throw in for North Otago. In it goes, taken down by North Otago. Now where are they going to go? Heading towards the touchline at the moment. And they pick and they drive around the open side. Just to go to the short side. South Canterbury making... and finally pick comes and ducks and drives, do Welsh and driven back again by very strong South Canterbury defence. And Fecky's in there, reaches in, and head down by North Otago. They're about 8 metres out from the South Canterbury line, but South Canterbury have got their hands on the ball and picked up at North Otago. They're going to get the scrum for a penalty for North Otago. Craig Kingan, the mid Canterbury, the South Canterbury player, is the tap.
He must have been close there with that tap, Terry. Oh, good defence by South Canterbury.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
So we'll take what are we going to do? Referee says, he looked at the watch, so we're going to have, I'd say, the last scrum of the first half.
Yeah, that's good defence by Strawn on Whakatawhita from a penalty. They took a quick tap kick and Strawn knocked him over and they lost the ball forward, and it's a scrum to South Canterbury. They'll kick it out and it's half time. So they've lost their opportunities here in North Otago. It was a scoring opportunity, but they didn't. You've got to take the points in the Head and Shield game, Terry.
Yes, that's probably the story of the half, isn't it?
Yes.
They haven't taken their
and South Canterbury have taken their opportunities. And
they're going to go to the blind side this time, I would think. No, but South Canterbury just heave them back it goes, and the ball goes kicked over the dead ball line, and that's half time. Half time here at Whitestone Stadium in the Hen and Shield fixture between South Canterbury and North Otago, and at half time South Canterbury will go under the stand with a 17-0 lead. After two tries, both converted, and a penalty. That's all it was in the first 29 minutes, and they got picked up at North Otago and South Canterbury just dominating the first half, and North Otago, I feel, will have to change some tactics if they're going to have any impact on the second half, Paddy.
Yeah, there's no question about that. They've held their own in the scrums and lineouts, but it's the rucks, and when they've gone into the rucks and mauls, they've lost the ball, and South Canterbury have turned it over, and, in the forwards of South Canterbury, Bryce has played very well, so has Amanda. Both locks have played very well, and the front rows are evening, but, the dominant man in the first half was Theo Davison, and Ozara, the first 5'8", he was able to kick to the corners, and they used it well, and they took every advantage, and that was a good charge.
After they go through years where they I mean, it still sounds alright.
Oh yeah. It's coming through, which is good. Which is because I only like after the first game, I went home and had a look on Trade Me. There was nothing. I could have got the USB stick, but I couldn't get the audio through. So I found this one here on Trade Me, but it come from Japan.
Oh really?
It's like, is it going to be here in time? But it can arrive this week. So,
Cool. No, it's still the job.
so you can't adjust it up through there.
No, because it comes through a tuner. And there's no volume control on the tuner.
It is what it is.
I'm getting annoyed. I actually am. It's not funny. See you later. Where's your head for?
here?
That's Whitburn.
Whitburn's on. Looking at any other changes for North Otago. 13-9, 14-7. No, 21's on.
Who's 20? Was that Patton? Yeah, Ben Patton's on for someone, and Whitburn, Jared Whitburn's on. I think Jared Whitburn might be on for number 4, Lovato. I think he might be on for him. Yes, he is.
From Oamaru.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, from the number 4, Lovato.
Yep.
I think he might be on for him. Yeah, he's on for number 4.
So changes for North Otago.
I don't think there's any changes for South Canterbury, Terry. I think, look, by the numbers are all the same numbers that's going out. So, well, you wouldn't change leading 17-0 at half time. So, unless there's an injury.
But the first thing is we'll see how South Canterbury, as you've suggested, how they play into the wind. And there is a breeze out there.
Yeah, there's a wee breeze there. You know, the big to start off, Northern Otago's got to catch the kick-off. You often find you come out and they don't catch the kick-off, but here's South Canterbury kicking off now.
Close, who kicks it off, taken by North Otago. They take it on the full and straight up outside the 22. About 20 metres outside the 22, and they pick and charge again as North Otago. There we go, throwing wider this time, aren't they? As Tatapu brings it up, going in there very quickly was North Otago, but it was Vosia held up. But North Otago retaining possession as they lay it back there. Vicky throws it back, they move it wide again. Looks for a position, but picked up beautifully by North Otago, but he drops the ball forward. And immediately they move, South Canterbury pick it up, picked up 14 on halfway. He looks up, looks for a gap, pushes into one, goes to the 10-metre line, and back it comes from Davidson, gets supporters there. South Canterbury, the roughing get in, North Otago have got it. And not only did they get the ball, they got the possession.
That was good play by the halfback then, Terry. He stole it. There's someone down on the far side. Who is it, Amato?
One of the South Canterbury players. I see the green and black socks.
Could be Amato.
But anyway, some of the South Canterbury looked up, gave him a rub on the leg, and it looks as though he mightn't be anything serious anyway. We hope that way. So it'll be we'll replay, when it does replay, we start with a penalty about 15 metres inside North Otago's territory. It'll go down the either touchline, because they have the northeast of North Otago now at their back.
Yeah, I think it's Amato, Terry. He was down there for a while. It was sort of a Whakatau Fifita. He tackled him, and he was running at pace, and he's been down a couple of times today, so...
He's on his feet. We're just waiting.
No, he's coming off, Terry.
Is he? Right.
Yeah.
Looks like an arm.
Yeah.
Yes, he's got it bandaged up.
Yeah, shoulder.
And so coming on, we've got number 18, Paddy. Number 18.
Sally P.
Sally P.
Ex-Old Boys player, ex-North Otago player.
So North Otago will restart. Phipps. Putting it down the handstand touchline. Wobbles over the touchline. It's going to be North Otago to feed this line out 9 metres inside South Canterbury territory.
That'll be a big loss to South Canterbury Terry, with him going off with the shoulder and things like that, you know, in future games, because he's a very valuable player.
So Kelly the throw. North Otago move up. They go in. Clark goes high and takes it nicely as they go up towards the 10-metre line. Vicky has it on the burst, but the defence is strong there from South Canterbury. There's number 8 of North Otago, takes it up 11 metres inside South Canterbury territory. If Vicky get that ball away, but if North Otago got it, no, they've been robbed of it. by South Canterbury once again, and they move out to the left. South Canterbury over the 10 metre line. First two tacklers beaten. They're heading towards to halfway as they come again. A big line up here as number 8 is crunched to the ground on the 10 metre line, South Canterbury. Out they come again. One runners at the front and picked up again outside. There's one that was 14, who was the winger, Oamaru for South Canterbury. But South Canterbury controlling at the moment. They're missing their tackles too. Up to the 10 metre line goes South Canterbury. They'll go wide now as the ball is moved wide and picked up there by mid-Canterbury. They're all going back inside. The supporters there. 10 out from the 22 of North Otago. South Canterbury have that ball. Davidson flicks it up again, but they got players there just waiting for support. And North Otago had this one, but it was an error. He got penalised, North Otago, reaching into the ruck and dragging the ball out. And this could be a 3-pointer for North Otago, for South Canterbury. And Craig Kingan has indicated, or South Canterbury have indicated to him, that they'll have a crack at goal. So coming up is number 10 for South Canterbury, Osua. It's probably 22, but 30 metres out, Paddy, just in front, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a pretty reliable goal kicker, Terry. But North Otago is just carrying on where they left off. They're still trying that pick and go. And, it's playing right into South Canterbury's hand. They're just picking it off. And, South Canterbury might look like running the ball into the wind this time, though, Terry, if they get it. They seem to look like they're moving it around. That 13 for South Canterbury, he looks a strong sort of a fella too.
Peter Ciali, yes.
Yeah.
So here's the kick. About 4 minutes into the second half. South Canterbury in front, 17-0. And so Osua kicks it. Looks pretty good. No, outside the left-hand upright. And North Otago will restart by a drop kick from the 22. Phipps, the fullback, has it. Kicking out towards the grandstand touchline. North Otago defending at St Kevin's College end in the second half. Everton high. Underneath Osua takes it. Flicks it on to the big number 8. Runs up towards North Otago's 10 metre line. He's held up in there. He's coming back to South Canterbury as Sally P goes up to the 10 metre line. Ball back North Otago. Now they've got space out wide and support as another tackle is beaten. As the North Otago finally get across to make the tackle on their 10 metre line. But the Davidson picking up the supporters there, just lining up with the green and black jerseys. 12 inside there. Ball comes back. North Otago have it. They might get a turnover here, but they're knocked out of the position. Davidson will get the ball. He'll come to the right and flicks it up again, but Sally Pihi. Moment of glory.
Knock on, I think, Terry.
Right. 15 metres inside North Otago's territory. Centre field. Now, what can North Otago do from here, Paddy? What do they?
Well, I think I would get down in the corner. It's hard to break the defence. They've got to get down and attack. The breeze in the corners are good here at Oamaru. If you kick into the corners, the ball will roll into that end, which South Canterbury done in the first half, and get down on attack. I think that's the story. But I think Feeder, he'll pick it out of the back and go right this time by the look of it, Terry. Phipps is up at first 5'8" from fullback there, so...
Yep. We've got Smith on the far side as well.
There's 2 replacements coming out here. 17 Terry for North Otago is their prop. And one with the no number. Who's the joke with no number?
Find it in a minute, Petty. 17. 17 is Samuela Biabal. North Otago put this ball in. They come away with the number 8. Gets up towards the 10 middle line. Falls awkwardly. But immediately South Canterbury get over the top of that. And they use North Otago back. But North Otago rattle out of that. 8 metres inside their own half. Referee playing advantage. And that blows the whistle. Ball forward, North Otago. Just lack of control and
Yeah, so there's a change coming. 17 from North Otago and no number on the jersey, Terry. Who's he? Is he the flanker? Oh, yeah.
Tony Taufa. Tony Taufa. No number.
So Richardson's off and Fanica comes to loose here and Taufa goes to tight head. Who's coming off? Cameron Rowlands and who's the other fella, Terry? Richardson.
Richardson and Rowlands.
So Tafu's replacing Rowland and yeah.
So the scrum will go down. South Canterbury to feed. 8 metres inside North Otago's territory. And we see that Tatafu's got the second 5'8", is he?
No, he's on flank. He's number 20. He's gone to the flank.
No, Tatafu.
Yeah. He's got no number in his jersey.
No, Tatafu, the second 5'8". Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Patton's gone to fullback and looked like Phipps is at first 5'8" too, Terry. Yeah, so that's it. I didn't see that change. Middleton must be off.
So Davidson to feed the scrum. 8 metres inside South Canterbury's, North Otago's territory. And there's the South Canterbury heaving North Otago back. And referee decides to make another mark in the ground and go through the whole process once again. Davidson puts it in. South Canterbury putting the pressure on. By Suasel's wee dummy goes straight past. Held up there. Shows her another pass out there to the fullback. He's held up, taken down 10 metres inside North Otago's 22. Back it comes there to the big number 8. Pushes off one North Otago. Goes to ground. They're 12-15 out from the North Otago goal line. Coming back to Davidson. Throws the big one to 15. He's held up by North Otago. Only about 10 metres out from the North Otago goal line. They'll go to the left this time, South Canterbury, as they've got a bundle of players up there, but North Otago get up there in midfield as Davidson there goes to the left again, puts up to one of the big props. He's crunched to the ground, 10 metres inside the 22 of North Otago, but they come out to the right again as held up. 14 goes outside, finally goes to ground, 10 metres inside North Otago's territory, and there's the hookup for South Canterbury, North Otago trying to pick up that, they can't pick it up, and a penalty, tap and a scrum, they tap line out, tap a penalty, and immediately South Canterbury caught North Otago on it there, and they're over for a try. Saunders, is that?
Yep, Saunders.
Zach Saunders. Replacement from South Canterbury, and there's the quick thinking, Paddy.
Yeah, it was from a penalty, and they came back to play an advantage, and South Canterbury got held up, and quick thinking by Davis. He took a quick tap to his captain, Strawn. Strawn drove towards the line. He was held up. The ball came back, and next flip pass up with Saunders, and he crashed over about a metre to the right of the plays. Good play by South Canterbury, but quick thinking, and they turned it over, and a chance, never give North Otago a chance to turn around, and that puts them out to 22, and should be an easy kick for this Chagri. They're never easy, Terry, but he's a pretty reliable goal kicker.
Well, who got the try?
But we've made a couple of changes to North Otago. Phipps is now at, Saunders got the try, Terry.
Right.
The replacement for Medlicott.
Yep. 22-0 with the kick to come, and it's dead in line with the right hand upright.
Yes, he's now
no problem for 10 for South Canterbury. Falele Asua.
Yeah, they'll start holding on to the ball now, South Canterbury in the backs, and I'd say they start moving around a wee bit, and if North Otago don't tackle, they'll be in big trouble. Since they made the changes, North Otago scrum's been under a lot of pressure. Since Richardson comes off, the scrum's gone under a lot of pressure.
So Phipps replacing, kicking up towards the grandstand side. North Otago defending the St Kevin's side, taken down there by number 1 it was for South Canterbury, Tailanga. And immediately to Davidson, they've got a forward out there, he sets it up in midfield. Davidson again, back it goes out to Waisua, then the long rangy kick back there. Phipps waits for it. What's he going to do? He's going to throw it. Whoops. Yes, it was on the 10-metre line, and North Otago run that ball back up to 10 metres inside the half. Referee's got his advantage out there for North Otago. As North Otago take it up towards a couple of metres inside their own half, and still moving, but still going into the defence. And North Otago turned over the ball, but referee Craig was playing advantage, Paddy, fortunately for North Otago.
Yeah. Yep. There's a wee player playing very good for South Canterbury there, that number 2, that hooker, Junior Farfay. By God, he pulled off a lot of tackles, that fella here today for South Canterbury. And he's not a big player either, Terry, but he's played very well for them. He's done a lot of good work for them.
Well, there's a boost for North Otago from 10 metres inside their own half. They put it into touch about 3 metres inside the South Canterbury 22, and North Otago will feed this line out. What should be an attacking line out. Ocean out in the second 5'8" position behind Canterbury. North Otago picked up but bounced away, and immediately see South Canterbury grab that ball. Davidson gets a kick charge down. Whitburn is there as he goes up. No,
yes,
takes it down.
Must be close.
Taken down just in the corner. North Otago pressure on, but the defence is there as they go. But up very, very quickly, the defence on South Canterbury. They'd be better to move it out to the left, wouldn't they? As they move it. They're just half a metre away. They're driven back. Plenty of advice from the people there in the stand. And North Otago still going towards that goal line, and they're only about half a metre away from it.
Here's a chance, Terry. No, he's held up. Yes.
That must retire it. No, great defence from South Canterbury.
Good defence by South Canterbury.
Right under the posts, and the tackle was made.
Well, the little first 5'8" done it that time.
He was in there, stopped him, and we're going back out. 5 metres out. The scrum will go down.
Although South Canterbury have sort of changed the dominance in the scrum now, they've got a wee bit more dominant over North Otago since they've made the change, and they'll put a lot of pressure on North Otago, because the best chance North Otago's got of scoring is in number 8, because he's played very well today. He's played with a bit of sting and a bit of purpose. One of the few players that put his body on the line, played with a bit of commitment, Terry. So, but if they can hold the scrum, they've got a chance.
So North Otago to feed the scrum. Becky, 10 metres out from the goalposts. In it goes. Hooked by North Otago. Coming off the back. Wrapped up immediately as he went slightly across the park. But the supporters are running out. But the defence is up and holding. There's North Otago just a couple of metres out as they go just on the line. Is it going another again? Who's there? You can't see. Right on the South Canterbury goal line, picked up beautifully, but the defence, just as well as South Canterbury, North Otago looked as though they were opening up, and Fecky has a go, and he's had driven back. Great defence from South Canterbury, and they're going back. Referee Craig Kingan has been playing advantage, and there's the kick, a tap for North Otago, still attacking that goal line. They show a long pass over the top, and there's a try.
Yes, good try by North Otago.
Yep.
The judge talking the touch, so Terry, is he out? I'm not sure. Or was it a forward pass? Yeah, he's awarded the try.
16 minutes, okay? Who got that try?
I think it was the big joker, the big winger, wasn't it?
The right winger.
Yeah, I think it was 14. Yeah, I think it was the right winger, Terry.
Sabato, yep.
But, North Otago had a lot of chances there. They took pick and go, and South Canterbury defended very well. And Whitburn took a quick tap and was held up. And instead of pick and go, the halfback put it out, and he threw out a cut-out pass to the wing three-quarter. We had a clear run in the corner, we thought, and it was a try. So a good try by North Otago, but it's a long way to come back, though, 24-5, Terry.
Well, here's Phipps, wide out. He's taken it back about 5 metres outside the 22. He's probably about 2 metres in from the touchline. And here's Phipps, comes in. He thinks it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's
It's over. It's over. 24 points to 7, South Canterbury now. With the conversion there by Phipps from the sideline. And South Canterbury, first 5-8. Follow late, I saw. Restarts, centre to the halfway, puts it back inside the 22. Taking his Fecky, he's going to have a run. Runs up 15 metres. And they're immediately picked up by South Canterbury, as North Otago stood and locked. But fortunately, Craig Kingan saw the offside, and North Otago will restart with a penalty from 15 metres outside their 22, and about 20 metres in from the western touchline. Here's Phipps, and that's picked up from just outside his 22. He's planted it right back on the South Canterbury 22. So maybe the breeze might be still around, Paddy.
Yeah, it's still around, and kicking. That was a good penalty. That was good play by number 8 for North Otago. He made good ground there, and South Canterbury joker came in on the side and picked it up, and he was a couple of yards offside. But it's the line out, last line out that went down there. South Canterbury snabbled Bryce snabbled the line out. So interested to see how it goes. This Clark's got to get up and get this line out for North Otago.
So Kelly to throw. Right on the 22 for South Canterbury. Taken down towards the front. North Otago. Just a couple of metres inside South Canterbury's 22. Slow ball, however. On the charge. Inside the 22 by 10, North Otago. Redakin to drive on the short side. There's no defensive holes on the fence here for South Canterbury. But North Otago have recycled.
Another 10, that 10-minute back chat, Terry.
Oh, I see.
A wee bit of pressure, South Canterbury, and North Otago got another penalty about 5 minutes from the scrum. What are they going to do, Terry? They're taking the line out, I think, and a kick and try a line out.
Yes, so you can be penalised for talking, can't you?
Yeah, Whitburn got the last line out good. He's come on. He's put a bit of sting into North Otago. And then just Clark has got to go up and get the ball for them.
5 metres. North Otago take it down. They get it and they drive. They swing it around to the right. They're going over the goal line. They've just got to drop. No, but South Canterbury have driven them back. They're over the South Canterbury goal line. And great defence from South Canterbury. They reorganise and they heave North Otago back around about 6 or 7 metres. And it's going to be now an injury, but it will restart with a scrum. bit of power in that South Canterbury forward pack.
Yeah, I think Sally P picked that time. Ex-North Otago player picked that up that time, and North Otago won a good line out by Josh Clark, and they were driving forward, but it broke away, and Sally P got his hands on it, and they drove North Otago back, and they got the opportunity to get out of here now. I mean, but North Otago, a great line out by Clark, but they didn't put it to good use, Terry.
No, it's a little bit of an injury over there.
Yeah, someone getting strapped up. Might have been the tight head prop, Fanaki. Yeah.
So, well, 20 to go.
Yeah, I thought looks like they're going to go to the bench and bring a few on.
Well,
16. Who's coming on? Who's 16? Oh, Thomas. Is he a hooker too?
Kurt Thomas, and now I see Matthews and also the Hayward there, ready to go for the last 20. So South Canterbury, Davidson to feed the scrum, 10 out from his goal line, out in that southwest corner. There's North Otago South Canterbury back, getting round, but South Canterbury burst away and are taken over the sideline, 10 metres inside the South Canterbury 22. Going on, 18 Hayward, 16 Thomas, 22 Matthews.
Yeah, Matthews is coming to first 5'8", and
and 13 is off.
Yeah, Missalloy's off, and yeah, Vosia probably go to centre, Terry, and 21's on the wing here. Is that Payton? Yeah, Ben Payton's on the wing, and Phipps gone back to fullback, and Matthews is at first 5. No, he's gone to halfback, is he, Terry? Yeah, Matthews has gone to halfback.
Fecky might have gone to first, is he?
No, Matthews has gone to halfback, I think.
But Fecky might have gone to first 5'8".
No, 9's gone to first 5.
9. Taken by Matthews, took it beautifully. Throws out there to Phipps. Now they're going to run it. Out there to Tapu, bit soon, as they block in field. 21 is taken back, they're ripped away by South Canterbury as they burst up in towards halfway. South Canterbury now in possession to Davidson. They cast back in again up to halfway. Referee, they go wide now. So long floating pass out on the far touchline as they over there in North Otago gets them back in field, but the pass gets back in field, but it's a forward pass and will come back about halfway, and there North Otago will feed the scrum.
Yeah, we're going to look at him now. I think Matthews is at halfback here. He's got the ball. He's putting it in. We're trying to work. Yeah, and the halfback's gone to first 5.
Becky, yep.
And Vosia's gone to centre. Payton on the wing. Phipps back to fullback. Yeah, that gives a bit of an idea with that.
So the scrum to go down. Jake Matthews to feed the scrum for North Otago, coming on as a halfback reserve. And right on halfway. 24-7 favour of South Canterbury at the moment. And we've got about 15 minutes of play remaining. Matthews puts it in. Hooked. Out it goes there to Fufeki. The pass, they bring it up and move it away. Tatampi this time, they go, it's found space. Phipps has got to go. Taken down on the 20 metres inside the South Canterbury territory. Matthews again. Whipped up, held. Matthews in, gets knocked over at the drive from South Canterbury. Picked up there by 14 as South Canterbury counter-attack, edging up towards halfway. 15 metres in from the grandstand touch. Has got in front there as Davidson went through a loose pass, picked up by North Otago. But once again, North Otago, referee playing advantage to North Otago, and they'll get the penalty 5 metres inside South Canterbury's territory.
It's hard to get the ball out
Yeah,
of there,
it
Terry.
was.
Strawn's not going to give the ball away so they can take a quick tick of it, I think.
Been around the while, Paddy.
Yeah.
Been around the while. Down the grandstand touch goes North Otago. And they'll restart with it right on the 22, South Canterbury. North Otago, the jumpers. Clark, ambling up. Thomas to throw. Oi, back there, tapped back and untidily. He's in there now, South Canterbury trying to pull him, but North Otago can see that ball. They picked the ball on into the defence of South Canterbury. Just outside the 22 of South Canterbury now as North Otago. I think the practice would be to go wide, Paddy. They pick and they go once again, head down, but only for a metre or so. Now they've got to go wide. Picked up there by Vicky. Had to be cracked there in the 22 as Matthews goes it up in Kurt Thomas. He's barreled back on the 22 of South Canterbury. Strong defence, South Canterbury. Now they were moving wide. Vicky, shoulder charge there, barreled to the ground. But North Otago still controlling the possession, but not going very far at all. As they pick and they drive up towards the 22. Matthews reaches it. Throws the big pass. Out wide. Picked up this time. 11. Out there to Tapu. Straight into 4 tacklers there. That's the cover defence of South Canterbury. Matthews again on the burst again. Taken there by Hayward. Held up. And North Otago. They can go wide this time. Picked up, but held up. And they try to get the pass away. No, and a pass, a loose pass, goes forward. Apparently, or seemingly, but North Otago have got that ball back, have they? No, back to Davidson. And they'll attack, and North Otago probably judged to be offside. And they give it all away, all that hard work with an offside, right a couple of metres inside the 22 of South Canterbury. And that will relieve the pressure on South Canterbury. Whereas for the bulk of the game, it's been real pressure on North Otago.
Yeah, they're feeling the pressure a wee bit, South Canterbury, because they've had a lot of defending, and they've done it well, but they're under a wee bit of pressure. There's a few laying down on the ground here at the moment, Terry, but it's just the continuity where North Otago's made a lot of changes in the backs, and they've sort of lost the rhythm a wee bit, you know, and sometimes it goes for them and sometimes it doesn't, but...
So, the penalty from the centre of the 22 virtually, and it's in the touch. Ben Patton looks at it and goes over his head, and play will restart as South Canterbury will feed the line out a couple of metres inside. And 18 going on, Eddie.
18, who's going on?
I just thought he might well have been on 18.
Yeah. And Davison's off. He's been replaced by...
So it's
Right.
Canterbury feed it. In it goes. Taken back. It goes to 20. There's a new halfback. As they go through, attack South Canterbury. Back it comes. They come to the left and they right. They throw a pass now. There's plenty of support everywhere. Knocked forward by 7. An extra, I think.
No, it's that wee hooker. He's played very well, that hooker for South Canterbury, Junior Farfay. He's got a lot of play, and that was a good line out take there by Henry Bryce. He's done well from South Canterbury today too in the forwards. But
well, we've got a North Otago player down just about the 10 metre line, and that'll give with about 10 minutes to play to go. South Canterbury 24 leading North Otago 7, and I think it was Bolsham.
Was that Belsham? Yeah. I think he's coming off. What you call it? Rollins will come back on, Terry. So.
So the scrum will go down. North Otago to feed. Just into the last 10 minutes of this hand and shield defence for North Otago.
Yeah, Matthews has gone to first 5'8" now, and I think it'll make a difference. They put him on at the halfback. I don't think that was a good move, but I think at 5'8" he'll get a bit more freedom, a bit more space.
Martini kept Vicky to feed the scrum. Back at halfback. Right on halfway. And it goes. North Otago driving through. But it was all very messy.
Yeah, the scrums, since they've made the change in North Otago, South Canterbury's very dominant in the front row. South Canterbury haven't replaced their front row. They've had to place a lock. Sally P's come on and plays a Mato, but the rest of the pack still stayed there. Wright's come on at halfback for South Canterbury to replace Davis, and Davis had a very good game.
Right in number 20. So Fecky, North Otago's halfback. Right on halfway. 5 metres in from the grandstand touch. In it goes. Look, there was North Otago collapse again. And that's a penalty against North Otago. And the front row getting patted on the back by the South Canterbury players. There's the kick, down it goes, down the grandstand touch. It'll be about 15 metres out from the North Otago 22. Junior for White, for South Canterbury. Untidy ball, bounced from North Otago, bounced away from South Canterbury as well. And here were the replacements.
Yeah, South Canterbury and a few replacements.
21 coming on, 22 and 17. Yep.
Trevathan's come on to replace the wee first 5'8". Isui, he's been replaced, and one of the props have been replaced. Number 3, Whakatau Wha, he's had a very good game. He scrum well today, and
Teo Lego on there too.
And looks like the wings come off too. James Wilson Bishop.
The play will restart. Fecky, the North Otago half, 10 metres out from the North Otago 22, 15 metres in from the grandstand touch. And referee Craig Kingham not happy with the scrum. 6 minutes of play remaining. South Canterbury 24, North Otago 7. Fecky to feed for North Otago. Today's commentary brought to us by Earthworks Mechanical. As McKay puts it in Fecky. Come back to Matthews. Boy, yeah, that was read there by South Canterbury. Fullback coming in, and he was cut in half virtually, not literally, but and South Canterbury picking up now. They go down, close to the goal line by about a metre, and it's just loose ball, and they've held it up there. Referee looks closely at it, says no, a penalty. Must have been offside for North.
Yeah, he must have a lucky, North Otago very lucky then to get out of that, Terry.
Well, they what? So right on their own goal line. Phipps will put it down the western touchline as the sun streams down here at Whitestone Stadium. That's a pretty good kick too, isn't it?
Yeah, he can kick a ball, Terry. Yeah, he's got
a couple of metres outside his from goal line. He's put it into touch on the full, a couple of metres inside South Canterbury's territory.
There's more changes coming. 16 and 19 are coming on for South Canterbury. and number 19, Ryan McNabb comes on, and Henry Bryce comes off in the hooker. Now, they both those lads have had good games today for South Canterbury. Number 2, the hooker, and Henry Bryce have had very good games. They've played very well. I'm very surprised. He's not a big man, that hooker, but by God, he's got us through a lot of work.
Out it goes. Plucked out there by North Otago. Becky, out it goes to Matthews. Tapu. An ordinary sort of pass to Patton. He was given no options there. Ben Patton got picked out. He rolled out of 2 tackles. Up he goes. And North Otago, and didn't release the ball. Penalty for South Canterbury. A metre inside North Otago's territory. 10 metres in from, well, about 8 metres in from touch. And over the touchline it goes. And we'll play will restart. 12 metres inside North Otago's territory. And on the grandstand side. 16 to throw in for South Canterbury. Cameron Hooker, is it? Cameron Hooker.
Yeah.
In they go. North Otago go high. Held that up. 17 is on there for North Otago. Tied it up the ball. What the hell is they have it again? And the North Otago, maybe a couple of metres or so. Recycled again as Matthews throws it. But the fast-moving defence of South Canterbury, North Otago have it at the back. Now it goes to Matthews, but they're standing very deep, and they're enough for pass. Now South Canterbury, North Otago, push off one, but go to ground. There's still about 5 outside their 22, and all of a sudden the ball goes to the short side. Looked it all over, but referee Craig Kingan said, "Come back here, penalty North Otago." 2 minutes left on the clock. South Canterbury 24, North Otago 7. There's that kick of 50. He's got a boot pad, isn't he?
Yeah, beautiful boot.
Yep. That from just his own 22. He's put it in the touch about a metre inside or outside from the South Canterbury 22.
Well, this is the last roll of the dice for North Otago to get points, Terry, to put a bit of credibility in the game. And
so it's Kelly, is it? Tom Thomas is at the moment. Throw again. It was high. Back to North Otago. Out to Matthews. Moved on again. The boom. Ready. And he's through. There's that unknown jersey, really. Another number on it. Picked up there by Hayward, was it? Took it on the ball in the full. There's North Otago again. They're coming solid up there for North Otago. They're only 10 metres out, but the defence is there as well. They'll be held up. North coming back to North Otago. Becky has it. There's a whole line there. There's North Otago held up and over the touchline about 3 metres out from the South Canterbury goal line. It'll be South Canterbury to feed this line out.
it was good defence that time by Saunders from South Canterbury, because for Fakatau Fafita, who's had a very good game, was in full flight, the number 8, but Saunders took him out. Good play, good defence.
And it goes taken towards the front by South Canterbury. They rumble it up a couple of metres and finally into touch, and this time it'll be North Otago feed the line out. Clock says about 90 seconds to go. As North Otago go to throw. About 5 out from the 22. North Otago take it back and they drive around the back of the line out. Still going. North Otago still controlling the ball. Now they go to ground. Picked up by Fecky. Throws it on. North Otago just getting close to the post. They're about 6 metres out from the line. That ball is tight. Did he pick it up in a, I would say, there's a call from out there, the touch judge.
Was it Fakatau Fafita? I think it's a try, Terry.
Yeah.
I think it's a try.
Yeah.
No
Try.
What's he ruling? It must be a knock on.
Knock on. Well, they're going to scrum it anyway.
Yeah, well, I thought he'd scored, but he must have knocked it on before he picked it up, because he definitely got over, and it was from a melee, so he couldn't have been in offside position. It'll be a penalty, so he must have lost it when he went to pick it up. And I think they'll kick it out, and that'll be it, Terry.
I would think so.
Yes.
Into the last minute. South Canterbury about 8 metres out from their goal line. The clock is 80 minutes is up, and South Canterbury feed this scrum. Back it comes. They're going to attack. Go to ground, and now but they're still going. Up towards the 22 goes South Canterbury. They're going to have another go. Up towards the 10-metre line. Penalty against North Otago. And that'll spell the end of it, I think, Paddy.
Yeah, I know. I think they'll kick the touch. It's North Otago's penalty, Terry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but I think the last chance.
And last
the line out.
Yeah, the line out and another chance. And the big 14, he looked quite strong running into it. So it'll be the last chance. The sun shines brightly here at Centennial Park, Terry.
It does. So Kurt Thomas, is it?
Yeah, the show. Yeah.
North Otago liner, just on the 22, mid-Canterbury. We've got one of these South Canterbury.
Yeah, number 14, Carvatara is down, I think, Terry. Yeah, next time it'll be all over, Terry.
So we're just at 24-7. It was
convincing win, and they've deserved it, and they've played well, and they've come here, they're organised, which is, it's a hand and shield. There are a few old hands, they know what they're playing for, Terry.
They do, yep. But when you look at it, 24-0 at half time, was it?
No, 17-0
at half time.
Yeah.
Yep. And a reasonable comeback from North Otago, but they never really looked taking the game.
No, they never.
Thomas goes in, very high. Out to go, standing wide, Matthews. Tatapu goes straight in on the 22. And they fan out, but North Otago still going. Inside the 22 of South Canterbury. They go to the right again. They throw it out wide. North Otago still there, 10 out from the goal line. And North Otago going to finish with a try. They come out to Matthews, so it long out to Tapu. Now the best, North Otago, they're down to go, pick it up again. Now it goes to wide. He's there, Phipps, and Phipps go in. Coming back in field. The defence is across there, they drag him across the touch. No, it's not over yet. Still going, back it comes. North Otago have their hands on it. We're out wide, once again. Matthews wins it going, he comes back in field. North Otago still in possession. Now it must be a try on here, is it? If he moved that ball, I think it was the try was there, Paddy, but it's right on the goal line of mid-Canterbury, or South Canterbury. And they pick and they go. North Otago, can they get across? Referee looking closely, no. There's a charge, but held up by strong defence from South Canterbury.
That's it, Terry.
That's it. Bouncing in, and it's all over. But we're going to have referee said full time. So here at Whitestone Stadium, South Canterbury have defeated North Otago by 24 to 7 after leading 17-0 at half time. But it was a game really, Paddy Ford, that promised a lot. and produced very little.
Yeah, no, they didn't deliver on the day, Terry.
Yeah.
And that, that was a good performance by South Canterbury. They came here to play and they had a pattern. They used the breeze good in the first half. There was some good performance by South Canterbury. I was quite impressed with Junior Faho, the hooker. Henry Boyce had a very good game for South Canterbury. Andy Amato was good, but he had to go off with an injured shoulder. Davison was quite outstanding at halfback. He ran the game very well, especially in the first half. The fullback looked good, very promising in the first half, but we didn't see him much in the second half. But for North Otago, they battled all day. They made a lot of mistakes. They lost a lot of ball carrying forward. The pick of the forwards would be Junior Fafatu. He was outstanding. Clark won quite a bit of line-out ball. The scrum went good till Robbie Rowlands went off, and then it was under a bit of pressure. But all in all, Philip Phipps played quite well at fullback. He kicked well. They made a few changes. They tried hard, but in the end it was South Canterbury, and it's a good performance by South Canterbury and to take home the Hannon Shield, the Phil Gard Trophy, and the Tommy Doreen Cup. And now I think it's another trophy there too, Terry. So I think it's the Pacemakers Challenge Cup. But all in all, it was South Canterbury's day today, and they deserve to win, Terry.
All right, and that commentary today was brought to us by Mechanical Work Lines, and that's wrapped it up. As Paddy has just said, South Canterbury 24, North Otago 7.
Thanks very much, Terry and Paddy. And as Terry said, brought to you by Earthworks Mechanical. Let's catch up on the latest news. This is Real Classic Rock.
On air across the Waitaki on 104 FM.
All over New Zealand on iHeartRadio.
And around the world on Real104.com. This is Real Classic Rock News.
With the Oamaru Licensing Trust. Your community, your trust.
In this update, the Green Party's agriculture policy is being labelled as good for the environment and the COVID-19 economic recovery. It's pledging nearly $300 million to help farmers and growers transition to climate-friendly practices and ensure land use is sustainable if elected. Forest and Birds Jeff Key says a policy like this is overdue. He says our environment is getting to a crunch point.
Tackling these problems as part of our COVID recovery, we can boost the economy, we can create jobs, but we can also clean up the environment.
A bid to provide frontline workers with better pay. Labor says it will extend the living wage to cleaners, caterers and security guards if re-elected. The party rolled out the wage increase for core public service workers in 2018. Economic Development spokesman Phil Twyford says frontline service workers are the backbone of many industries.
Today's announcement is the next instalment in Labor's commitment to delivering fairness at work and decent wages for workers in New Zealand.
A cleaner who's worked at South Auckland's Otago police station for 15 years says it'll mean she can pay off her debt. Rose Kavapalu says she had to move in with her parents because of her low wage.
I thank God for this moment and I thank Labour. Thank you very much. It does make a difference to us.
A person has died after a workplace incident involving a tractor at Tikawiti in the King Country. Police have confirmed the Carter Road event happened around 9:15 this morning and WorkSafe has been advised. A dive squad has been called in to help search for a vehicle submerged at West Shore in Napier and it's arrived. Police say the car went into the water at Miani Quay just after 5 this morning. It's unknown how many people were in the car when it went in. And the US has commemorated 19 years since the September 11 terror attacks on the Twin Towers and the Pentagon. President Trump led the tributes.
19 years ago on this day, at this very hour on this field, 40 brave men and women triumphed over terror and gave their lives in defense of our nation. Their names and their stories are forever inscribed on the eternal roll call of American heroes.
That's news.
Real Sport.
With the team at Oamaru IT Solutions. Don't risk a loss. Talk to them about their secure cloud backup service plans. Oamaru IT Solutions, your tech team on the corner of Reed and Eden Streets. And online at oits.co.nz.
In sport, Dominic Thiem has advanced to the US Tennis Open final in straight sets as he chases his first Grand Slam title. The second-seeded Austrian has ousted Russian third seed Daniil Medvedev 6-2, 7-6, 7-6 in the semis in New York, but says it was far from as convincing as the scoreline suggests.
Could have been easily 2-1 sets down. He served.
I had a joke running and he told me he heard it from Cromwell, another the jugger heard it from Wanaka. The last game.
But any swearing was fun by him.
Yeah,
Good.
the last game there was over 400 people watching.
Oh, yeah.
Was it? That's good.
450, I think it was.
That was the Citizen Shield final, wasn't it?
Yeah. This one got up to 260.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So I might get the presentation and
Okay, thanks.
See you, Terry.
How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. See you next time.
Are you heading down to the trophies at all?
No, South Canterbury got it. It's Otago, hobby. See ya.
Later. Jesse.
Is there any chance of getting a copy of the game? I've got my computer here and I've actually got how to transfer it to it. SD card or something like that?
You've got your computer here?
Yeah.
I've got USB-C?
No, it's an older Mac. Hard drive for me as well. I'm sticking around here today, so I don't know if you're... sorry, till tomorrow. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just put your name and your details there, your name and your phone number there, and I will... Go and get a USB stick. Probably be better doing it that way.
You like it so easy fucking bring it.
I will, because I'm going to go back and convert it for these guys.
Gotcha, yeah, for sure.
And do some stuff for them with it.
Yeah.
And then once I've got that, see you around tomorrow.
Yep, I'm around tomorrow.
For how long?
Oh, as long as it takes to get the game off there. It's 10 o'clock at night. It's 10 o'clock at night.
All right. Just trying to think. Right. So you've got a hard, like if you normally got a hard drive with you or something?
Yeah.
So you do have one?
Yeah. Oh no, I haven't got I've only got my computer with me.
Yep.
I haven't got a hard drive with me yet.
Okay. So if I get you a like a USB stick just to stick it on,
There we go.
and then I can.
And if I'll be able to. I'll see if I can find a USB actually.
Yep.
It just takes forever as well, right? Good.
Hey Colin. That's right. I was just gonna see if you could present it facing the stand so I can live stream it for you, but it's all done now, so it's all good. No worries. No worries at all. Yep. Alrighty. Thanks, buddy. See you, mate.
Is that a wide and close or just a close?
Oh, it's a bit of both. It's, yeah.